So my dad, back in the day, used to play me, like the first ones I remember, Led Zeppelin, Dr. Feelgood. He used to play me all of this on this big deck that he's got, record player and CD player and 2 big speakers, and he still has that record player has a logo on it that says Ariston Acoustics. So since spotting that logo, we've referred to the vinyl player as the Ariston. So then the idea was that that now we are the Ariston. You know, there was nothing really that could be a better name in my head, and then I brought it to these guys and like
it makes sense.
We hated it.
Yeah, we absolutely despised it.
It wasn't last week, may have been 2 weeks ago. Came down and filmed you and Brian.
Yeah.
How did it go?
It was good.
How did it go?
Brian was a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, because we've got no pull in Brian at all. You know a couple of people.
Yeah, I knew a couple of people. I invited them along. They came, but other than that, it was.
Other than that, it was just people that were like having drinks in the bar. That were. I heard a bit of a racket and come up.
Yeah.
So the fact that the fact that anybody turned up was good. It was a good time.
I mean, I was going to mention, like, when we were going for dinner just before the show, we walked past BBC, their headquarters in Brighton, and they had someone performing downstairs. Didn't want to disturb them, but on our way back, you know, we've got loads of like business cards that have got like our Instagram on that, and just absolutely flooded the windows and CCTV.
Yeah, we threw it all. Yeah, we'd be like literally just before we started our set, just to be like, okay, we're playing, come watch. And one of them came out and was like, yeah, I've seen your cards. I'll get. I don't remember the name of the person who was live on the show, but they're like, apparently they shouted us out. So maybe that's why there were a couple more people that came, because it might have been next door. Who knows? You mean, you don't know, right? You know.
I doubt that, but yeah, no.
It's a nice thing to think.
It's a good little story.
Yeah.
What do you think makes the Ariston's music different to what we hear on the radio today?
A very intriguing question. We see a lot of bands, obviously, when we're doing the gigs and everything, from supports to sort of like Battle of the Bands things. And often what bands have is one band will have incredible like musicianship, so the musicians will be incredible. And then another will have slightly less so on the musicianship front, but like an incredible stage presence. But then you rarely see them when they're like combined, and that's what we really like attempt to do.
We're not all 4 boys that listen to the same songs.
Clay, he's more sort of like jazz stuff. He used to do more jazz back in the day, and like early thousands rock. Well, it's again rock, Finn, sort of Queen. Those are like their influences. So I suppose the fact that we've got so many different influences.
And now that especially all of us are coming in on the writing process, it really does create something that I feel we have a unique sound, and we're getting to a really unique place.
Our favourite part about, as a band, or from my perspective, is probably playing live. And so what we try and recreate in our music is that live sound. I don't think you see that as often now.
I think we also just work really well together, and we work really hard at it, and the sounds we create are just, with such a wide range of influences that we have, we take it so much higher than any of us could do on our own. So much higher. It's like I can never, like I get like an imposter syndrome or whatever it's called, because it's so much higher than I saw myself up until I met these guys, and it's just a lot of the whole thing to do with the band is just, I don't believe in fate, but if I did, it would be because of the band. But yeah, it's quite fit, so people like to look at him. So yeah, that also helps.
Star Kings tomorrow. How you feel about it?
The Star Kings gig is hosted by Hotvox, which already is something insane. I don't know how much you know about Hot Fox personally, but they have worked with Youngblood. They got him onto playing Big Weekender and gave him the platform where he then got signed. So I was excited to work with them.
It's a different sort of nerves, but also excitement, because it's a better feeling knowing that if it all goes well, there's stuff that could happen.
When we were first like told about that was when it was like, oh my god, these are the stakes. This is something big. This is something to get nervous about. But no, at this point, I'm just like, bring it.
I hope the room's full, or not full, but I hope there's not many gaps in the room, you know.
Star of Kings is right opposite Universal Music. You bet we're going to be going over there before and just literally throwing the flyers at their front door. So we could be playing in front of them, which would be awesome. But we're trying to make it as big as possible, and I'm really excited for it.
Is there an alarm that we set off?
Well, it's the effort that counts.
It's worth a try, right? It's worth a try. Let's see it.
Why are you saying that?
I mean, it wasn't ideal, but I mean, it happens. You've got to give it a try.
What did you go in to do?
Pretty much asked to see if there was anyone we could speak to who would come along to the gig, or just something we could do to get our foot in the door. Really.
Yeah. What did they say?
It was more of a comeback during office hours today.
What is that building?
Well, it's like the Guardian in there, so it's got like it's proper nice. It's like all quartz and everything, but it's also like the King's Cross Music Foundation or something, and they're like obviously quite good. So I mean, that place must be millions.
You left some.
Chucked them in the door, like as we did at Universal. You know, there's no chance of it happening, but maybe there something might happen. But yeah, now it's just a question of going around everyone at the pub and making sure they've got more time.
I love this. This is like literally this is perfect. Stuff like this. I mean, it's like because it's so intimate. You know, you can like be with people. I think that's sort of like the main thing, isn't it? It's like different from playing like big festivals and stuff. But so you're closer with people. You can get like a bit more like a relationship with them, I guess. You know what I mean? But finally, now we've got the Hot Fox gig. This is like it's the one we've like been building up for, and hopefully, you know, the turnout should be good. Hopefully, yeah. Just see what happens.
You should answer my next question. What are you like expecting in the town?
Supposedly, I mean, they said that it should be a full house.
Oh, what?
So hopefully that is the case. You never know, right? Yeah. But there are people upstairs, obviously, because it's quite a big pub upstairs. So hopefully we'll make a bit of a racket and I'll come down.
Of course, I'll come down. Do you have any like rituals that you do before you get on stage?
Any ritual? I don't know. I don't really. Since I have I sink a pint maybe. Sink a pint before I go on, and then just get up there and do it. I suppose. Yeah. Can we help you, mate? Yeah.
Right. It's just when talk to the important person.
How does it feel? Burn, mate. Burn.
Do you want to get in? No. Get in.
Oh,
I know you want to. Get in. I know you want to. Get in.
It look good now. You got
to get in now.
Well, that worked really well. Apparently we're close to selling out. But
yeah, I'm just saying.
There's always more room.
There can always be more.
There's always more room.
How are you feeling about tonight? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we need to set everything out of the car.
Thank you, mate.
No.
How does sound check make you feel? You just get like pumped up for the game?
Yeah, the thing is about soundcheck, right? We always walk in, and no one cares about us. Right? No one even listens to us in soundcheck. Get this on video at the end of the gig. Everyone will care about us. Do you see what I'm going for? So it's always in soundcheck, that excited feeling of, you know, we're going to have you in our palms by the end of the evening.
Shit. Do you know what anybody's been full of shit in this one?
That's what I'm believing. I'll let you finish.
So I'm feeling quite confident. The set list, there's a lot of numbers in there we've done before. There is a new tune, which we're looking forward to showing everybody. Bit of a banger, in my opinion.
Finn mentioned, you let slip, that there's a new song that you're going to be performing for the first time on Friday. Do you want to talk about that? Can you talk about that?
I don't know what Finn said, so I don't want to, you know, I don't want to give away too much.
It really has something, especially live as well, which hopefully we'll capture.
It's like a swell right at the end of an album, for example. Like, you want the last number to be fucking massive, and this one I think hits.
Do you want to tell us the new number that you're going to play?
Thank you. Thank you guys very much. I mean, we are the Ariston. Thank you guys very much for coming. Thank you very much for having me. This is a new one. London, this song's called Amber. Taking the time is slowly running out. Drop down to the ground, yeah, slowly dying out. Clothes around the floor as you tell me you get bored. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Thank you very much. Then we got one more for you. Just one. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for your support tonight. We are the Ariston.
I was thinking about this last night, about the questions that I should have asked you in the interview, and one of the main ones that popped into my mind, which I think I'm going to ask all the bands: what is it going to be like if you don't make it? If you do fail, or, you know, fail's like an umbrella term, but if you do sort of, like, you know, don't get signed and don't do it forever, how does that make you feel?
but I think when you ask Finn, the answer will be the same as well. Like I haven't even put one thought towards it, and that sounds stupid. It sounds, or I haven't put one thought towards it recently because that, like, I have that much faith in what we're doing, and that didn't just happen. As I said, I didn't just start it and then not give a thought to what if it didn't happen. That trust in myself, and I think Finn again will say the same thing. That was earned by us, and yeah, how hard we work and things like that. So I kind of worry about that when I feel a logical need to, and I haven't felt that for a while because yeah, or maybe I'm just maybe.